Hello, I'm Dr. G. You're in my kitchen watching me make authentic Italian pizzelle one at a time on a 98-year-old iron that was made by my great-grandfather, Annibale Mancini. Actually, on these cookies, he wrote his name on the iron. You can see it. Kind of hard to see, but it's in there, the name. Annibale Mancini. And of course, the year he made it. 1920. Oh, my timer's going off. Okay. Tonight I'm making 3 batches. So this is the second half of my second batch of the evening. I use 3 mixing bowls, 3 sets of ingredients, so I don't have to do a lot of extra work while I'm cooking. And this is my dough-based recipe that I inherited from my grand-aunt. Alrighty. Let me back this out a little bit. Okay, not going to back it out. Okay. So to make this easier and give me the right angle, I take this corner plate off and I remove and eject here. This is kind of a dumpy old Montgomery Ward, I think, modern made. But you know what? The burners are perfect. Anyway, this is how I make my cookies, one at a time. I only have 19 days this year to make all the cookies for all my family. This year I'm going to make probably 40 or 45 batches. Each takes a little bit over an hour, including mixing. Which means in a 19-day period, I spend 2 full days standing in front of this oven. Not at the same time, but aggregate. So, this is what we do. That, of course, let's pan up a little bit. That is my stack of cookies. There we go. That's the complete view. So, they're starting to pile up. So tomorrow, I've got to get the coffee maker and the coffee and the water out of there, and I start piling up and filling up that space. And after that's done, I go on the other counter. I normally mail quite a few. I hand delivered 2 this last weekend that I normally mail. Nice. But it's still a chore to box a cookie. 4 bags of the cookies. I send them United Postal Service priority mail. I use flat rate boxes because they barely do not fit. An entire batch barely does not fit in a medium-sized box. Anyway, alarm goes off. You pull, open. That's how you do it. Okay, so this is 2018. So I first started doing these in 1992, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000. That's 9. Plus 18. 27 years. 27 years. Okay, there's my timer. Woo! Woo! And these are my wet ingredients, including the seeds. You soak the anise seeds in your wet ingredients, let them steep, and you get better flavor. And no, I won't share my recipe, but thanks for asking. Alrighty, 2018 cookie season in full swing. See, we got a little bit of a little grease gets tossed off now and again. Oh, that's a good looking cookie. Okay, that stack is finished, so we gotta start mixing our next batch. Alright, we're gonna move these down here. We're gonna get the mixer going high. Alright, we got our mixer going. We're gonna finish our stack here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on my first cookie of the last row. this one's going to get pulled. I've got my dough in there, except for a little bit I got to throw it in. Okay, that's complete. Another cookie. Put the rest of my dough in. This is called a running handoff. Okay. KitchenAid is working on my dough. This is like the reverse Italian well method. You spin this, you do that, you change your cookies, and voila! Okay, that's going. We're going to get this out of the way. We're going to move our stacks of dough so we have room for the incoming batch here. We're going to clean the counter. Alrighty. A little busy here in the work triangle, but we're okay. Because we've done this before. Hundreds of times, actually. Maybe even thousands. Okay, dough is coming together. Oh. Alrighty, the dough is done. This is how you mix it. I used to have to do it by hand until I figured out the KitchenAid was better than the Italian well method because it's faster. Alright, we're working on our second batch cooking, this last row. This is batch number 3 for the evening. And you just work the dough, get it. You don't work it too much or it'll crack. And you get a nice, firm, jelly roll type of arrangement here. And then you portion it. Alrighty, these are stacking up. This is the transition is when you have a interesting arrangement with dough on the counter, making your rows for even portioning because I bag them before I'm done with an entire row, so I need to know an entire batch. So I need to make sure that we're equal portioned, so quarters and then thirds. Okay, so as long as you have your first row started before you finish your last batch, your preceding batch, excuse me, you're okay. And then you also have to have all your portioning of this done 4 equal rows before you're done with this first row. So let's get to work on that. Too much talking, not enough cooking. A couple of those will be kind of small. Try and keep it even as possible, but it's done manually. That's the labor of love. We do this by hand every year. And as you can see, this is a workout. Okay, making the cookies. My grandaunt used to roll them out, but you know what? It didn't take too long to figure out that, well, they were all going to get schmutzed anyway, and this is faster and easier. So sue me. So, you wash your hands frequently, keep the counter clear, wipe it off when you can, when you have room. Okay, the alarm's going off. We're going to change the cookie. Okay, that stack's piling up. Let's do this. Wind is blowing. Alright, so tentatively, these two go here, make an even row. If I divided this in half equally, if icicles fall, I might love to keep me warm. December. Icicles form. What do I care? All right. We're going to wrap this up. Have a great night. Thanks for checking in.